Hey, how's your day going? You know what I like? Mario Sunshine. You know what I don't like? That people don't like Mario Sunshine. And sometimes I ask myself, why don't why don't people like Mario Sunshine? So today, we're gonna figure out why. We're gonna figure out why people don't like this game. We're gonna dive into the story. We're gonna dive into the gameplay, how it's structured, what's good, what's bad, and we're just, we're gonna figure it out together. Come on, come on, get over here. Get over here. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna dive into the story. We're gonna dive in like it's water. We're diving into the story. So the game starts out with Mario, Peach, and Toadsworth on a plane with their destination being Isle Delfino, a tropical paradise that has everything needed for a perfect summer vacation. However, when Mario and the gang try to land, this happens.
What happened?
After the abrupt landing, everyone gets out of the plane to just see what the frick is going on. Turns out the stuff that was blocking the landing pad was some icky paint like goop. It's moving! Then, while Mario and Toadsworth are discussing what they should do about the situation, Peach notices something off in the distance.
Excuse me,
And after completely ignoring Peach, Toadsworth instructs Mario to find some assistance. Okay, before we go any further with the story, I just wanted to comment on how well this game holds up in terms of graphics. Like, seriously, Nintendo knows how to make a game that will always look good. I mean, look at this water! That is some dang good looking water. Alright, anyway. After talking to some of the local Piantas, these guys, they all make it seem like Mario was the one that caused the icky paint-like goop to block the runway, which, I mean, clearly isn't true because, Mario literally just got off of the plane. Whatever. So after receiving absolutely no help from anybody around the airstrip, Mario comes across a strange-looking device that calls itself FLUDD, which stands for
a flash liquidizer ultra dowsing device.
Which basically means he can squirt water at stuff. Cool. FLUDD then scans Mario and is able to basically find out everything about him just by looking at him. It even shows a bunch of Mario's past adventures down in the left-hand corner, which I think is a pretty nice touch. FLUDD then gives Mario a rundown of all the things he's now able to do. You can squirt water in front of you to clean icky paint like goop and stuff like that, but FLUDD can also change into a freaking water jetpack. That's super cool. And it also looks like an old telephone. I just thought that you should know that. You thought. Now it's time for Mario to go and clean up all the melted Play-Doh ice cream, but turns out it was a freaking sentient goop creature the whole time. How the heck is Mario gonna be able to beat this thing? Nice. Once the monster is defeated, the airstrip returns to normal and a cool shiny thing appears. Sweet. Then everybody congratulates Mario and everything seems fine until Mario gets arrested. Nice. Mario is then taken to court and is accused of vandalizing almost every area of the entire Isle Delfino, with the only evidence being, people saying that they saw a guy that kind of looks like Mario at each place that was vandalized. And then once Peach and Toadsworth try to defend Mario in court, they aren't even given the chance. Mario's just sentenced to extreme community service without any chance to defend himself. What the heck kind of judicial system is this? Freaking Judge Judy? As stated before, Mario is now tasked with cleaning up all of the icky paint-like goop on the island, starting first in Delfino Plaza, which is the hub world of the game, by the way. Mario then finds some more goop stuff to clean up, and... oh, hey, it's that guy again. Anyway, Mario beats the goop monster again by... and by defeating that guy, all of the goop stuff in the area disappears, letting the statue that was taken by the goop re-emerge to where it once was. However, there seems to be something on the statue.
Mario?
So this guy is called Shadow Mario. He's the guy that's really been vandalizing the island and giving Mario a bad name. You know, I really like it how Nintendo gave this game a much more unique premise than a lot of the other games in the Mario series, you know. In Mario 64, it's like, oh no, Bowser kidnapped Peach, you better go get the stars, you son of a bitch. In Sunshine, you know, you're out to not only clear Mario's name, but to find out who this doppelganger really is and why he's trying to frame Mario. You know, I really just think this is a breath of fresh air for the Mario series.
Hey, are you talking about Mario Sunshine?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm doing that. Who are you? Why are you in my house?
Oh. My name is Porvash Baguetto, but you can just call me Bag.
Okay, can you get out of my house now?
No.
Okay, yeah!
Anyway, after being spotted, Shadow Mario jumps off of the statue and kidnaps Peach. Toadsworth did not even try to stop Shadow Mario. That... Toadsworth... more like Toadsworth less! Oh, hey, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? I'll be here all night. What can I say? What can I say? Now Mario's gotta stop Shadow Mario by squirting him with a bunch of water until he says, "Ah! Stop!" And then Shadow Mario drops Peach and books it out of there back toward the statue, only to disappear into some graffiti he created. And then Mario jumps in after him without a second thought and ends up in Bianco Hills, another location on Isle Delfino. Mario then follows a trail of goop only to find... oh hey, it's this guy again. So you beat Goop Boy, get another Shine Sprite, and the story kind of just stops for a little while, you know. It just puts a big focus on you completing more missions, unlocking new stages, and getting more shines. That is, until you get to a certain part of the game where... looks like Shadow Mario has kidnapped Peach again, and is making his way to a stage you haven't been to yet, called Pina Park. Guess we better make our way over there as quick as we can. Mario then enters Pina Park, sees Shadow Mario being a little piece of crap and chases after him, then says,
I found you, faker. Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here.
Then Shadow Mario becomes Moses for a second and a giant Bowser mech appears. So now in order for Mario to defeat this big Bowser mech, he's got to get on this freaking roller coaster and shoot the mech with rockets, as well as having to take out these missiles that go around the roller coaster track. So you got to pay attention, you know, you don't want to get hit by these missiles. Oh! Now that Mario's defeated the Bowser mech, we see Shadow Mario and Peach at the top of the mech just kind of sitting up there when suddenly Shadow Mario does a sweet freaking multi-flip in the air out of the cockpit and onto the nose of the mech so that he can reveal that he was really Bowser Jr. the whole time.
I think that this is actually a pretty cool plot twist, you know, revealing that Shadow Mario was actually Bowser Jr., a character that didn't exist prior to this game. I mean, that there was Baby Bowser in Yoshi's Island, but, you know, that was just Bowser as a baby. It's not like a different character, you know. Bowser Jr. is an all-new character, making it almost impossible to anticipate a plot twist like this, you know, before it actually happens. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's good.
Anyway, it seems that the whole coating the island and graffiti thing was a distraction so that Bowser Jr. could get to Princess Peach, who is apparently Bowser Jr.'s mother.
Mama Peach? I'm your mama?
I like how Peach questions if she actually is Bowser Jr.'s mom. She goes, Let me think!
Then Bowser Jr.'s all like, see ya, and he flies away with a freaking balloon towards Corona Mountain. I mean, Shadow Mario has gotten away so many times that even Flood is getting tired of it.
No, not again.
And then the story just kind of stops. Again, nothing really happens story-wise until you get the required amount of shines to enter Corona Mountain. And that's the last level of the game. Speaking of which, Mario and Flood enter Corona Mountain to confront Bowser Jr. And what do they find?
You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Really quick, I'd like to point out that Bowser used a sound effect straight out of Mario Kart 64. They didn't even bother making a new roar for Bowser for this game. Nice. Mario then uses Flood's rocket nozzle in order to destroy this awkward family hot tub gathering, and then everybody falls. Luckily, Mario and Peach were somehow able to safely land on one of the small islands just a short distance away from Delfino Plaza. Mario realizes that Flood isn't on his back, and then sees Flood like 10 feet away. Mario holds Flood in his arms, only for Flood to utter a few last words, then die! Flood's death wasn't in vain though. As Peach and Mario look over to the plaza, they see the Shine Sprites returning to the Shine Gate to restore sunlight to the whole island. Seeing that his work was finally complete, Mario goes to Serena Beach to reflect on the journey he's had, and also to mourn the death of his friend who got him through the journey. Psych! Turns out Flood wasn't dead. Let the vacation begin!
Well, Bag, I finished up the story. How did I do, Bag? How did I do? How did I do?
You suck, and you should stop.
Well, now that we've gotten the story out of the way, let's move on to the gameplay!
Sunshine's core mechanics are mostly carried over from Mario 64. You know, you go into a stage from a hub world, complete a mission from a list of missions, and you get the main collectible. All of this is pretty much the same for both games. However, Sunshine's stages are structured differently from Mario 64 in the way that you complete each stage's list of missions. In Mario 64, you were not only able to collect the star that a certain mission is based around, but you could also go after almost any other mission's star with nothing preventing you from doing so. That's not really the case for Sunshine, and in Sunshine, Nintendo decided to make it so that when you enter a mission, you have to go for that specific mission's shine. You can't divulge off the path to get some other shine from a different mission. The whole experience has pretty much been streamlined. Why did they do this? Well, in Sunshine, almost each stage in every mission adds some sort of layout difference to the stage, whether it be the scaffolding in Rico Harbor being different in each mission, or one of the missions in Pianta Village covering the whole place in lava goop. The reason they streamlined the experience in Sunshine was so that they could make more varied experiences in each mission, making each mission unique and memorable. Speaking of the missions, let's talk about a few of them, shall we? So each stage has 8 different missions, and in order for the player to get to the final boss with Bowser, the player must complete the first 7 missions of each stage. The 7th mission for each stage being a Shadow Mario chase around. So what kind of stuff are you doing in all the other missions? Well, you got stuff like getting red coins in this cool village, taking on a giant blooper that spits up gross goop stuff, and the only way to defeat him is by...
Is this hentai?
Then you got the mission with the Sandbird, where you gotta collect 8 red coins on his back while he's flying. And it's not hard. People who say this level is actually difficult don't freaking know how to play the game. Then there's a bunch of missions where you gotta enter into like a hole or a cave or something, and then Shadow Mario takes Flood away from you and then says,
Bye-bye. See you later.
and you have to do a cool obstacle course with only Mario's jumps and spins and stuff. These are awesome. And then in some of the missions, you gotta race this guy called Il Piantissimo, and he's this weird guy that's pretending to be like a Pianta or something. I wonder what's under that. Oh my god! Then you got the worst mission in the game, and then you got this cool set of missions in the Serena Beach stage where you gotta get rid of all the ghost stuff that's going on. You know, you got white ghosts, you got coin ghosts, and pink ghosts. Wait, what's coming out of your mouth? I don't quite understand what's going on here. And then you gotta fight this big king ghost that kind of reminds me of the big ghost from Sonic Adventure 2. And then there's that mission with the freaking goofy Koopa guys that go... There's the mission where some guy throws you through a window. Then you got everybody's favorite JoJo reference. And then you got the 2 bonus levels that everybody complains about. The Pachinko level and the Lily Pad level. And honestly, I cannot even blame people for hating these levels. They're just full of all kinds of jank. But they're not required to beat the game. They're required to complete the game, but you never had to do these levels if you don't want to. We'll come back to this subject a bit later, but now I want to talk about how Mario controls. And you seeing this? You seeing this? Buttery smooth. This, in my opinion, is probably the best Mario has ever controlled. Aside from that. And that. Mario retains almost all of the moves that he had in 64. He's got the triple jump front flip. He's got the freaking backward somersault. He's got this new move that lets him do this cool spin jump. He's still got the dive move. He's got everything except the crawl and long jump. But they aren't really needed anymore because of Flood, the new boy. Oh yeah! With Flood, Mario is able to hover in the air for a short time after a jump. He can use the rocket nozzle to blast off! What? And he can use the turbo nozzle to roll around at the speed of sound. It's used for 1 bonus level, and that's it. And this game marks the first time Mario was able to ride Yoshi in a 3D Mario game. Yoshi is able to do his signature flutter jump, as well as being able to pull off the spin jump that Mario can do. Yoshi can also... That wraps up all there is to talk about the gameplay, so now it's time to talk about... Yeah.
So I kind of mentioned it a little before, but most people don't really like all of the crap that you have to do in order to complete the game. You know, you have to do these super hard bonus levels. You have to wade through these unfair missions that are broken. But the biggest reason why people don't like completing this game blue coins. Blue coins!
These things right here are basically the reason people are so divided on this game. The way they work is that you can collect 10 of them that you can give to these buttholes in exchange for a shine sprite. I'm not going to go into how the island that they are currently on is having a crisis because of the lack of shines in the area, and these guys are just holding on to them, making Mario pay for them. Alright, everybody already brings that up. I don't care. Anyway, in total there are 240 blue coins! That's a lot of blue coins. Now you may be thinking, okay, there's a lot of them, but since they're pretty much everywhere, they can't be that hard to collect, right? Well, you'd be wrong! You're wrong! Yes, they're scattered throughout the stages, but a ton of them are only in certain missions, and you don't have any freaking clue which coins are in which missions, so you just gotta look for them, you freaking idiot. And some of them are just in the most douchebaggy of places. I'm looking at you, Corona Mountain, trying to hit me with that boat crap. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. See ya. Bye. Then there's some blue coins where you have to spray a symbol on a wall, and then a blue coin will temporarily appear in another spot in the stage, and you got like a very short amount of time to get to it before it disappears.
You're the blooper!
If you're trying to 100% this game, the blue coins are going to be your biggest challenge to overcome. And what's your reward for getting all of the blue coins and all of the shine sprites in the game? A postcard after the credits. Now, obviously, people aren't very happy about this reward, even though the reward for getting everything in Super Mario 64 is just as lackluster. You just get a bunch of extra lives you have no use for because you have nothing left to do in the game. Just saying. So, since the blue coins are such a hassle to collect, what would be an easy fix to the game's structure to make these things actually tolerable to get? Easy. Just make the game structured so that you only have to get a certain number of shines to get to the final level, and not make it required to complete specific missions. That way, if you don't want to do a certain mission in the game, you just collect a bunch of blue coins, get a shine sprite, and bam, you don't have to do that crappy mission. It's such a simple change to the way the game works, but doing this would probably make this game just as loved as Mario 64 and Odyssey. People would be able to see all the good this game has to offer, the cool stages, the creative character designs, the goofy voice acting.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
Just the overall charm of the game is completely lost on people because of its reputation with the blue coins and the hard missions and all that. It's dumb.
So, if you're looking to 100% this game, get everything that there is to get, let me give you some advice. Don't. It's not worth it. The most enjoyable way to play the game is to just do, the required amount of missions, maybe some of the bonus levels here and there, but if you want to 100% this game, you're just setting yourself up for frustration and disappointment. Okay, that's your fault. That's on you. That's not the game's fault. I'm done talking with you. You can leave. That's all I had to say about the game. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.